Okay, we're live. Justice Alley. I thought I saw Larry Klayman. I thought I saw Larry Klayman walk this way, but if that's not true, that's not true. But anyway, this is Justice Alley. I'm going to turn the camera this way. This is the Department of Labor, but right on the other side of the Department of Labor, there's this walkway and so forth. And it goes over to our good friends over, Mr. Wasserman, the Attorney General. It goes over to, yeah, is Debbie's brother? Yeah. And you're right, it's Debbie's brother. Yeah, yeah. And Steve Wasserman, yeah. And then, of course, we've got our favorite, which is, I'm forgetting all of a sudden his name, begins with an M. What's his name? The lead prosecutor against Imran Awan.
Oh,
a sort of prosecutor, kind of. It's like Miranda. Mirando. Yeah, Mirando. So anyway, so if we see those guys, we'll cut in.
We'll do a live on the street interview.
We'll do a live on the street interview. If Paul Ryan comes over and slaps reports down, I had a feeling that Paul Ryan may want to come over and just end this whole thing, slap some reports down. He may slap down.
It'd be hot in this building.
No. So we're gonna now. Here's a cool thing. Politico. I'm way over here. Politico right there on the street. You can get Politico right on the street. Politico brought us Operation Cassandra. Great reporting. That was Josh Meyer. Josh, I'd love to meet you. You are a pretty awesome reporter. But I think Politico is in Virginia. I think they're in Fairfax. No, they're in Alexandria. But anyway, here's the cover of Politico, and it was really funny to actually touch a newspaper again. And I was like, it's not working. I was trying to swipe. But, Ronnie Jackson is all over this thing. And, of course, we have Rahm Emanuel over this as well. This is an amazing analog device. This is an analog device I've discovered. The way it works is they actually print an ink on the paper, and it has words, and you can actually read the words.
You turn it.
No, yeah. Watch this.
You kind of lick your thumb a little.
Watch this feature. Watch this. Watch.
Whoa.
And then there's a whole bunch of information on the next page. It's really amazing. But there's Macron, right? Macron. The whole subject's about Macron. Here he is.
Trump's fixing his tie.
Yeah, Trump's fixing his tie. Trump, we were remarking about all the people that Trump has, not just, we were laughing about the Kanye West thing and the brotherly bromance thing going on with Trump and Kanye, and then Kim Kardashian saying, well, I don't really like that. And Kanye going, well, I don't agree with everybody, but out to Trump, Kanye tweets out spy ring in Congress, we're going to be okay. But anyway, I had this. Anyway, we'll get to it. But here's the EPA administrator, takes a few first-class flights. And then, of course, that is more important than thousands of farmers getting their land taken away because they have a little puddle and now the EPA is going to take their farm. So, millions of farmers with their land taken away or first-class flights. You got to make a decision here, America. So that's Pruitt. It's almost like a script written for you. It's a script, this new thing. This thing is going to be big, I think.
I think it's called newspaper.
A news? No, it's a newspaper. Because this is called paper anyway. So here he is, the VA guy. He's got a lot of problems. He's out at this forward operating base. He's trying to get that, IV into people. They're getting shot at in Fallujah. It's just not what you want in somebody leading the VA, because he wouldn't have any understanding of what a Marine is or what a Navy guy is, or Army. If he was just a swabby out on the, aircraft carrier going, hey, I'm out here. Oh, I almost turned it twice. I'm out here on the Ike, hey, stuff's pretty good out here. And, you know what? I went through the Enterprise, and even the captains have a small quarters and stuff. And task force went on the Nautilus, and I get about two. Oh, I was like, no. I would not even be on this 5 seconds. I I was on the Enterprise going up and down these little, shimmy holes and stuff, and where they, with the damage control and the little valves and stuff. No on the sub. 300 feet and 150 of it's nuclear reactor. You're sitting on a bomb, and you're going out to sea long periods of time. No. So anyway, here's the guy we got trouble with. We're gonna get back to Macron. Let's go to Macron. And oh, here we go. This is awesome. This paper thing is gonna be big. So he's making some kind of, people tell me this devil's horn thing. People tell me that, somebody called me Sir Snots a lot. I don't need to hear that. I should be taking my vitamin C. Sir Snots a lot. But anyway, Macron. Now you will see out of this picture, Macron looks a little bit younger than his wife, Brigitte. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to show you it again. Now, sometimes Task Force says things, and I go, oh, come on, Task Force. That can't be true. That is the nuttiest thing you've ever said, because this is a 40-year-old guy, born in 1977, so I guess he's 41. And he's addressing Congress. Paul Ryan brought him in to tell the president he was a dopey, nationalist, isolationist, dumb dodo head. We're going to bring in this 40-year-old guy to tell us all about it, right? So I didn't know much about Macron because he kind of came out of nowhere, and he's so young. And all I remember was him doing the kiss. I mean, he kissed Trump so many times.
You got jealous.
I wasn't jealous, but
come on, be honest.
well, I guess I was jealous because I would like Melania to kiss me that many times. But this guy kissed Trump more than you would. The kiss count got into the 20s. But he kissed Melania. He did the one cheek and then the other cheek kiss. And I saw his wife, Brigitte, and she just looked like she had turned into the devil incarnate. And she just, like in the picture, she couldn't smile. She was just like, whatever. So, and then Task Force says, oh no, you know what? She's quite a bit older, and he's a Rothschild. And I'm like, oh, come on. This is another load of malarkey with the Rothschild and the older kid and everything. Go to the Wikipedia entry. Go to the She's 66, yeah. Go to the Wikipedia entry. She's 24 years older than Macron. He was 14. He was 14 when she met him at their little school, at the little Jesuit school. Oh my God. I was like, oh, well, you're right on that one, Task Force. 24 years older, and she already had 3 kids, and she was married, and she was hitting on this 14-year-old. And I don't know what the hell, but I mean, that's right in. Yeah. I mean, that is right in the Wikipedia entry. Now, here's the guy who's come to America to lecture us about isolationism, globalism, 21st century globalism, New World Order, but it's 21st century New World Order. Wait, it's 21st century world order.
Right.
But it's
to figure out
there's no more new anymore.
Right.
So I'm like, oh my God, this is. And then she said, well, and the Rothschild thing. I like, come on with the Rothschild thing. The Bowers. I know the story of the Rothschilds. I'm still looking for Wilfred. What's his name? Harlan Wilfred, to tell me about the story meeting Suzanne. Suzanne Rothschild in Aurora with the overhead persistent infrared radar, right? OPIR. That's the story I want to hear about the Rothschilds. I want to hear about persistent radar. I want to hear about that place in New Mexico with the David Rothschild.
Yeah.
And the whole meeting point and the drugs going one way and everything and the secrets going the other way. I want to hear about all those. What is that place in that mountain? What it's that mountain up in that mountain that he has that weather state. What the heck is that mountain? Mount Flagstaff. Yeah. It's in Flagstaff. I can't remember the mountain. But anyway, he ends up marrying her at 18. Now she is 24 years older, so that makes her 42 with a child, three children. She marries this 18-year-old.
Yeah, they were the parents attempted to send him away his final year as a senior to break this relationship up between a 14-year-old and a 39-year-old. Didn't work out so well because they were married when he came back.
So it's almost like the MK Ultra. I mean, this is the conspiracy. There's not a lot. Sorry.
But it's in Wikipedia.
I know it's. I mean, this isn't being denied, and it is almost like this MK Ultra, Project Monarch, Butterfly.
Right.
You can't make this up. And he's the guy who we brought in, that Paul Ryan has brought in to cover the Awans, cover the exfiltration of all the secrets of the nuclear secrets and all the centrifuges and all the AQ-Quan, all the shipping, all the containers. Here's the guy who's going to come in and make it right. We're going to, erase the Etch-a-Sketch. We're going to make the Iran nuclear deal A-OK. So I didn't believe the Rothschild thing. I was like, come on, not yet another Rothschild conspiracy theory. Well, it turns out, go to his Wikipedia entry, 29 years old, he's the Inspector General of all the Rothschild investments.
How does that happen?
How does that happen? Of all Rothschild Bank, I mean, that's trillions of dollars of assets. I mean, how does a 29-year-old get in charge of?
There might be some DNA involved. That's my guess.
All I can figure is she must have had some Rothschild DNA, and then he must have, and they said, you two get together, and she said, well, yeah, 24, and no, but I do, something happened there on the way to the forum, but no one covers this. This is the part of the story that's really the juicy part of the story. Nobody covers this. Everyone just says, Rothschild says no nuclear weapons for Iran ever, even though we're going to give 3 weeks notice on all inspections, right? Yeah. Thank you. It's like, oh, well, couldn't you just have a little thing that call a rail car and then just kind of move stuff out, move it in? I mean, isn't that how it kind of takes about an hour to move it out and move it in? Suspend it all on rail cars, wouldn't that be yeah? But no, he's going to come in and lecture us about how, he is the one who knows how people cheat. And he's the one who knows about the 25, and I'm sorry to say Israeli, IDF, and I'm sorry to present the 2012 a strike plan for, and then Trump could always just pick up the phone and go, Bibi, I need a favor. Bashir, boom, take it out. And then blame it on the Israelis. But anyway, he's the guy who would come in and say how surreptitious nuclear programs work. He's the guy worried about De Beers diamonds and what's the quality of fur at the furriers on the plastic Concorde over in Paris. He's not a nuclear expert. He shouldn't be coming waltzing in here as a 40-year-old who's been
Groomed.
yeah, as like a poodle almost for this woman.
Right.
This kind of Jesuit grooming almost. Trudeau affair? Did the Trudeau have an affair? How's that coming up?
Well, I think the Trudeau affair has to do with Fidel Castro.
Oh, well, everybody knows about the Fidel Castro thing. That's not. No, I don't think it's. People are saying sex toy and stuff. I don't think that's it. I think he was some blood. He does have a DNA connection to the Rothschilds now. I do believe that now. No one would make a 29-year-old the head of a $2 trillion financial empire, mining empire. And believe it or not, I know Task Force has this opinion of the Rothschilds, very negative. Lots of the child thing and killing a lot of people and taking a lot of territory and so forth. I don't have a lot of that background. I don't know a lot of all those details. So I look at the Rothschilds as a prominent banking family in Europe. I look at them being involved in using ISIS to take ground, like the Golan Heights, and Genie Energy. I just look at I'm very project focused, and so I don't have a bias against the Rothschilds. I mean, I say, oh, that's Suzanne with the OPIR. Hey, that's pretty cool.
I do have a bias. I look to sit down and
I know you have a bias. I know you have a bias, but this
not a bias, a truth bias.
yeah. Well, whatever. I mean, I just don't have that same background, so I don't. But when I did the deep dive on this stuff with Macron, I was like, do any of the networks? You saw them all today: ABC, NBC, Fox, OAN, CNN. Nobody covered it.
Right.
It's like you're having a 40-year-old. Paul Ryan is bringing in kind of his younger brother
Right.
to lecture the Congress.
To lecture the 7-year president of the United States who's handled.
And say you don't know anything about what you're doing.
It wants to flash devil horns.
Yeah, I mean, and this whole thing.
I mean, who does that? That's a symbol. Who does that?
Well, I don't know all about this devil horn stuff or anything, but I just think that this whole idea of bringing in a guy who has a 24-year-older wife that married him. Yeah, I know. Some Angela Merkel. Everybody says daughter Hitler and all that. So I know that's coming. But this is a true one, right in the Wikipedia. I mean, there's no denial. Hey, I ran Rothschild's financial empire when I was 29. It kind of reminds me of Joe Kennedy. Joe Kennedy, John F. Kennedy's father, RFK's father, ran the Bank of Boston or Fleet Boston, or one of those big banks as a 29-year-old. If you're not the mafioso's boss, wonder child, you don't run the Bank of Boston or the Fleet Boston at the age of 29. That's what they give for the kids that are,
I actually don't think you run it. You're the head. You're the face, right? So he's not doing audits, doing banking records on his.
Yeah. He's a figurehead. He's a figurehead. He's a figurehead.
Right.
But moving on into this incredible thing. This thing, Nakasone, there he is, Nakasone. And I say separate Cyber Command from NSA. That's the only way you're going to get the NNSA out. The only way you're going to crack the NNSA is to split Cyber Command and NSA. And it replaces Cyber Command replaces CENTCOM, which is David Petraeus and his it's corrupt as the day is long. And here he is. Here's Ronnie Jackson. Here he is. That looked a little like Emerald Robinson, but it's not. But anyway, they're talking about, the fact that maybe a friend said I needed some sleeping medication because I can't sleep or something, and now he's being like
Candyman.
He's being talked of like he's a drug pusher, and I'm like, well, has anybody asked him at all about Fallujah? Has anybody asked him at all about the cases that came through when he was first line emergency resuscitative doc on the front lines at a forward operating base? I don't know how many FOBs there were in Afghanistan. I'm guessing about 180 or so. I've been to exactly 0. I've talked to a lot of vets who've been to a lot of different ones. But, how many people that are going to be voting him down? How many... he's 50 years old, he's 23 years experience. How many 32-year-old CNN commentators are going to be saying tonight he doesn't have enough experience? Well, I mean, have you been out there on the FOB? Have you been out there 6 or 7 years with the Marines? He didn't have to go out there. He could have stayed. They can IED those, and I did IED a lot of those medical installations. He could have stayed out of there on the aircraft carrier, on the Ike or whatever. He didn't do it. He did it. I mean, I don't know. Why would you put up so much resistance for a guy? Nakasone got completely 100%. No, no negative.
Right. It's not like this guy is just President Trump's doctor. This is President Obama's doctor.
And Bush's.
Obama and Bush's. They trusted him with the health of the President of the United States.
Yeah, but that was after a lot of meritorious service.
Well, absolutely. Why is that?
I just think it's kind of incredible. Kanye 2024, yeah, we're all there with Kanye. If I could vote for Kanye in 2024, I'd do it in a heartbeat. That means I'm going to live to 2024. Wow. Please describe for me a world where I actually get to vote in 2024. That would be awesome. Here's Cedric Richmond talking about the Congressional Black Caucus, right? He didn't mention the Awans. He didn't mention, hey, how about the terabytes going to Pakistan? You know, Nakasone said we have to knock our enemies. They got to pay a price. They got to pay a price. Well, how about the Awans? I mean, let's start. If somebody's going to pay a price for cyber hacking and cybersecurity, how about the Awans? How about the terabytes? How about all the nuclear secrets? How about all the satellite secrets? How about all the nuclear platform, the launch platform? How about all that? You know, let's start there. So people say, anyway, I'll just leave it there. We just had to make the Macron thing. I couldn't believe it. That's the real reporting, is the background and the deep dive. You don't understand anything when a guy gets up with a French accent and says, you know, Ben Franklin was kissed, you know, many times. Thomas Jefferson was kissed many times. That's why
I was kissed 14 by my teacher, so I win.
But that's why I kissed Trump so many times, is because I was trying to, you know, be a good Frenchman and kiss American diplomats. And that's all you get if you don't deep dive and just do a Wikipedia on Macron. But if you do if just the slightest amount of effort, you get a whole different perspective of, oh my God, Paul Ryan's bringing this guy in here. He's covering the terabytes to Pakistan, and this guy he's a child pedophile victim.
Right.
He's a child pedophile victim.
Absolutely.
He's a child pedophile victim. Right. I mean, there's
he's
just
repeating talking points that were told to him. That's what
yeah, he's a child pedophile victim. He's like an MK Ultra monarch, you know. I mean, and I don't ever say MK Ultra, but he's a child pedophile victim. And he's one of those Rothschild kids. It's really scary that Paul Ryan would bring this person in to lecture the president. It is Paul Ryan's legacy. So anyway, there's Kanye. No, that's not Kanye. Kanye 2024. If Trump was in 2016, why not Kanye in 2024?
He said, my brother today.
We were just, or the Civil Affairs Center. So we don't know. We got a call and we had to let it go. Trump is censoring us. Anyway, I just want to do that quick piece on Macron because I couldn't believe it. And then Task Force says these things, and then, you know, like day after day they go by, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, that is true. You know, we went through this with Lisa Barsumian. We went through this with Andy McCabe having a place in Chappaqua. There's like 10 of those things that we're just waiting. We've kind of lost track of them. She's done so many of them. But this is another one with the Macron thing, and it's amazing. Oh, well, one of them was the whole Susan Rothschild with the OPIR and the satellite, and David Rothschild with some kind of radar or something on top of in New Mexico near where Jeff had his ranch, the Zorro Ranch.
Yeah, and this weird kind of makeup, get out, all this kind of bizarre,
weird stuff. Really weird. So we're gonna leave it there. Thanks everyone. Sorry, today hasn't been too much of a Capitol Hill day. We've seen so many people with the U.S. Public Health Service here today, and we were correct. Jerome Adams is the Surgeon General and leads that up, and it is a part of the Human Health and Human Services (HHS), which was run by Donna Shalala, and now is run by HHS Health and Human Services is run by DeVos runs HHS. Is education. Health and Human Services is run. Is that an open position? Who's current Health and Human Services? Who is current Health and Human Services? Trump's daughter keeping the Donald hostage. That's pretty funny. So I put out the 2012 strike plan for the Iranian reactors, and it picked out 25 target sites. For the IDF had 25 target sites, and now all of a sudden I'm some IDF cheerleader. I should have. What I should have done is said, well, here are the big 5, and then, well, let's maybe add a 6th site. But now everybody, I'm not. Now, did I want my kids to go in the IDF? Yes, but they disappointed me and didn't. So that's part of history now. What? Who's the
Health and Human Services name is Alex
Health and Human
Azar the second.
Azar? Oh, Azar. Wasn't he? Alex Azar, yeah. Alex Azar, and didn't he run, I want to say, Burger Kings or something. I want to say Alex Azar ran a whole bunch of Burger Kings. Oh, Eli Lilly. Oh, he is a crook. He is a crook. Oh my God, I heard his speech that one day. He is a crook. Yeah, Alex Kazar, somebody said. That is funny.
He clerked for Anthony Scalia.
Scalia, yeah. So, okay. All right, we're out of here. I just wanted to say the Macron thing. Yeah, Eli Lilly. Oh, my. I don't even want to start with Eli Lilly. The whole Prozac thing, and these people were going off their nut. On the Prozac, 20% of the people were going crazy. It was such a, it was bad. And then, of course, Cialis was, I believe, Cialis was Eli Lilly. Okay. It was a long time ago. See you, everybody. Thanks.